Oh man, the hose just popped off of the forge and was shooting fire everywhere. Hi, it's Chad with Heirloom Farm and Forge, and yesterday I was trying to spread some manure on the farm and the chain broke on the manure spreader. Let me show you. So there's a chain that drives this spinners that chop the manure up and throw it everywhere. And it broke. I don't know if you've seen a chain like this before, but it's old and I don't think it's one that you could just order online. Maybe. But we got a blacksmith forge, so I'm going to just make one. This chain was made in the Industrial Revolution. So, can I make one by hand? One link? Let's find out. The first thing we're going to do is get these two links apart. I kind of made to where really all they have to do is be angled this way, which they would never angle that way while they're engaged or while they're on the machine. But you angle it that way. That's how they interlock. I think I can make this thing. The first thing I need to do is take my calipers and figure out how thick of metal we need to make this out of. Looks like 1/8 inch. Let's check it against some other stuff. Turns out it's exactly the same thickness as this piece of scrap that I've got, and the piece of scrap is already cut to the exact width of this. That doesn't happen very often. Line everything up and then mark it. Take my little square. So now I'm going to paint our piece with some Dicam layout fluid. Used for knife making a lot. And you could actually use a Sharpie for this and paint it with, you know, you'd have to fill the whole thing in basically with a Sharpie, but it'll work. Skeeter. So I got this rough cut. The little piece here, I can't cut through with the grinder. I can't get the jigsaw in there. So I got to heat it up anyway. So I'm just going to cut it with the chisel. So let's fire up the forge. Blacksmith makes me thirsty.
Oh man, the hose just popped off of the forge and was shooting fire everywhere. And of course, I didn't have the camera on, but it was scary. Guess a guy should check his hoses just every so often, because that was crazy. And I think, I don't know if it's, so I always just use this front burner, and I think that causes this one to get extra hot, and it caused the rubber to melt on the hose, and that's what caused it to pop off, because these haven't been on there very long, these burners, and I know I got them plenty tight, but lessons learned. So after twice of that hose melting and flying off in a ball of flames, I decided to push a fire brick in there and kind of cut this forge in half. I don't hardly ever use that second burner anyway, so basically blocked it off and just put the hose straight to the first burner. I kind of feel like this hose is better quality than the other hose anyway. So let's get back to the project. See if they fit together. They do. A little stiff, but they do. My inside dimensions are a little small. Do a little filing, make it a little smoother, and fit better. That's much better. Hey, looky there. Works that way too. All right, we're back at the manure spreader. We'll see if this thing's gonna work. Ooh, that went in too easy. Well, I guess we'll give it a try. Come on. Yeah, baby. There. It went on. Now let's see if it'll hold. Well, it worked. I'm back to spreading manure. Only took all morning to forge one little link of chain. And I probably could have searched the internet and found it. And if you have a forge, you can make your own parts, especially for something as sloppy as this old manure spreader from the 30s. Now, if it's a super precision part, you'd have to have a milling machine or something like that. But I guess kind of the point is, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So just start figuring out how to fix things. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this sort of thing, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.